This is LA of Magnolia. This is our hotel Sheraton, which was first 5-star hotel in Black Sea region.
A lot of buildings that have been erected here in Batumi, but how is it for the young people to buy the first apartment?
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
Very.
Even for the normal, regular, average person.
Yes, it's hard to. Yeah.
Okay.
$150,000.
Wow.
So if you have average live in 1 month 2,000, it's very hard. Yeah.
And is it possible that you can borrow money from the bank? If you have I'm thinking about if you're a couple, if you have a family like that, and both of them are working.
Yeah, that's possible. Of course, everything is possible, but you need to pay the rest of this build for 10 years and etc. 80% of those buildings and who bought those apartments are foreigners.
Foreigners means foreigners
Yes.
or the Georgians living in foreigners?
No, foreigners.
Foreigners. What kind of foreigners you're talking about? Is Russian?
Yeah, Russian, Ukrainians, from Israel. Yes, Israel, from Kazakhstan are a lot of, yes.
So how do you receive this kind of changes? So you get so many people from other countries.
Of course, we have this opportunity, but we need to stand together and we need to stand. And I think that I hope for the best future. And for now, I don't think that I will go and live in another country because I think that here are also some possibilities.
What is your hope? The 20% of your country is occupied by Russia.
Yes.
What is your hope to it? Do you think that you can get it back? Get them back? Yeah.
We hope that we can get it back because these territories were really ours. It's not like conflicted territories. It's not that we stole those territories from other and like during Soviet Union they migrated Abkhaz. It's like different ethnic people. Yes, they migrate. They are not exactly Georgians. They have like little different language of their own. Yes, ethnicity is different.
Where do they come from actually?
Like Caucasus mountains. Yes, they live there.
They are not Russians.
They are not Russians. No. They
have their own language.
Yeah, they are also Caucasus people. Yes, Caucasus people. And this now you know what? In Georgia we have like territories where many Pank-Isit called where some Azerbaijans live. Yes, that not means that this is territory of Azerbaijan. That means that they immigrated for some reason there. And this kind of different ethnicity, but territory is Georgia. Not independent country, no.
It is officially Georgia, or?
Yeah, it is officially by all standards Georgia. It's not like by all standards. It's part of Georgia. It's not part of Georgia by standards of Russia. Just independent. I say that they're different ethnicity. I don't say that they're Georgian. They are not Georgians. But territory is Georgia. Yes. Soviet Union, they migrated there and stayed there. And after in 1992, they declared that they wanted independence.
Stay in Batumi, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Maybe I study law. This is my last year here, and I want to study masters in Tbilisi, and after that we will see. I don't know, I'll see, but I want for myself to change something for the better. Because after war in Ukraine, Russia and Ukraine, a lot of people immigrated from there, and now rent on apartments are like very high. It starts from $500, and when you say that 2,000 lari is average salary, and 1,500 you need to pay in rent, that's like
or half of the salary.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about the people like you, young people, have education and like that. When you see that you don't have opportunities here, that you can't, develop yourself and like that, there is a tendency that people leave the country.
There is very, very big tendency of that. Very big, yes.
I was watching a program on the other day, and I heard like this. Actually, the people, the Georgian people and the Russian people are very friendly.
Yes.
I mean, they get along with
All
each other.
people are
Yeah.
friendly.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, they
because
get
they
married.
are our neighbors, and Georgia is very some of the like we have very hospitable.
Yeah.
Hospitality is like our culture.
Yeah.
You know, we are not aggression. We don't have that much aggression.
Yeah.
After 2008, when the war was between Russia and Russia and Georgia on the territory of Abkhazia, like it was the same. After those years, we are friendly. We call them to come here. Maybe they want. We don't. We are not with aggressions with them and etc.
Yeah.
They have their tourists here and etc.
Yeah.
Because we want to be good neighbors.
Yeah.
It's our culture. It's our culture. In books we read that. In many books, many Georgian writers read that, and we write that, and we read that. It's like culture. Because conflicts are everywhere, and that's not problem that they live in our territory, and we do not want them to go or something like this in our some kind of territory, living other people. That's no problem. But mostly Georgian people during the Russian Empire, they were going to study in Moscow and other like big cities to learn.
So how did the language survive? You have your own alphabet. You have your own language. How did it survive? The Soviet
it's like
era.
because people were very brave, and they fight every time. Every time we fight for our language. So that was that we were people at first from the early period. People it was like in Georgian was allowed, but after years of being a part of Russian Empire, they decided that they do not allow Georgian speaking, and they were like fighting. You know, for children, they were not allowed to speak in Georgian.
They were not allowed to speak.
Yeah.
But yet you survived. The language survived. So when did the Georgian language become official?
During the Soviet Union, there were not this kind of like restrictions. It was during Russian Empire. During Soviet Union, there was not this kind of restrictions on Georgian language. And during this period, Georgians were speaking Georgian, and that was not a big of a problem.
Baltic countries like Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania, they have also their own language. But during the Soviet, I don't know, maybe it was the same story there.
Yeah, it was like the story with us was the same, but we were always fighting for our language, for our independence, etc. It was never our our decision to be part of Soviet Union, to be part of Russia, but we were not that big. That's why everyone influenced us, but we were always fighting.
I'm just thinking about another thing. You have your neighbors, Armenia and Azerbaijan. So how do you share your values and your culture and anything? How much do you share with these neighboring countries? Because
sometimes with Armenia we have a very funny stories, because sometimes maybe there I told you about this Ausani. It's like in the Shota Rustaveli, the university who is named after Shota Rustaveli. They're telling that he was from Armenia, and that our language is wrote by, our writing is wrote by person who was from Armenia.
It's very unique. The
Yeah,
language
very unique.
was,
Very, very unique, and I'm not seeing like any other similar. There is mostly there are no similar writings.
I mean, generally Georgia is considered as a European country, you know, even though it is somewhere in the Caucasus, you know, it's considered more like a European country.
This is after 2012, Batumi started developing they started developing this kind of very high apart hotels.
You're building Dubai.
Yes. It's like a development of Batumi started when the government has changed in 2003. It was a revolution of roses, we call it, in 2003. government has changed, new president has come, and in this period he started like many like great reforms, anti-corruption laws and etc. And he maybe after a few minutes we will see Justice House and many systems he designed like correctly and structured many things. And after that we started developing also as a tourism country, tourism city, and we started building these kind of very high buildings. Maybe I know that it was made by Michael Galfons also. Yes, yes. He was designed designed everything in this.
But was he from Batumi?
No, he was French.
Okay.
Yes, French. Our boulevard is a 7 kilometers length. And in the future it will get wider and it will be till Turkey's border. It's like we have 7 kilometers, then there are some territories where there is no boulevard, then there is boulevard also. Yes, in the future it will be like one way. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not that far.
How far is the Russian border from here?
Russian border is more far because Russian border is near Azbegi.
Okay.
Azbegi is it's like a region, like a high region, and it's like maybe 3-5 hours, maybe more. Yeah, yeah, 7
But
hours.
Sochi,
Yes, Sochi by like ships, little ships. Yeah, we have directly yes ships to go to from Batumi to Sochi to Sochi.
even now?
Yes, now not this time, but last summer it was working. Yes, I had friends who just spoke in Russian, and I wanted to get along with them. That's why I speak.
Young people today, do they speak more English or more Russian?
Young people more English.
More English, yeah.
Russian, and I had Russian in my neighborhood. I had Russian friends and etc. English, and maybe some other European languages, but there is no especially one language which in Georgian is popular. Someone will know French, someone mostly German, and like this. Yeah, it's family name, right?
Family
Billy.
name.
Yes,
Billy.
I am Khimshashvili.
Khimshashvili.
Yes.
Is it very common? Is it the normal? Is it the commonest?
In Adjara, very common. Sakartvelo is Georgia.
Okay, Georgia. Okay.
Georgia.
Yeah.
Sakartvelo and Kartveli. Kartveli it's Georgian.
Okay.
It's colony of Greece.
I mean the whole Georgia or just Batumi?
Batumi.
Just
Batumi.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it was called Kolkheti. Kolkheti. Yes,
Okay.
Kolkheti.
It's because of the Black Sea?
Yeah, Black Sea. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Stalin, the most famous Georgian. Where does this name come from? Is it a very popular name even today?
Which one?
Stalin.
Stalin?
Joseph Stalin.
Ah, Stalin. No, Joseph maybe. Yeah, Stalin.
not-
It's like it was his extra name because he was Joseph Jurashvili. His name and family name
What
are
is-
Joseph Jurashvili.
Jurashvili. Where is the Stalin come from? Where is it? Where is the Stalin?
It's like he was like Lenin and Stalin maybe when they ruled together. It's from that because it's not his name and it's not his family name. Stalin. Stalin is nothing in Georgian. It's like there are no person who called Stalin. It's nothing.
I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I come from India. I come from
Uh-huh.
southern part of India, from the state called Tamil Nadu. Our chief minister, his name is Stalin.
Really?
Yeah.
I do not heard about person whose name is Stalin. I never. In Adjara, words which are which are different are influenced by Turkey. Yes, yes. There are many words that we use that don't understand. Maybe a person who was born in Tbilisi won't understand. Period. Just men could study to become pilots, and she was like first woman who wanted to become pilot, and she was lying to her parents that she was going to study in medicine university. Yes, but in the future she became pilot. Like I know Russian and English and Georgian, of course.